doors ahead of that 6 o'clock celebration. There is a live look inside. Those seats filled up quick, and why wouldn't they? They've been filling up both in Iowa City and anywhere Bluder's bunch has been over the last year or so, following an incredible historic run that has not just set new program standards, but has changed the game in the way people watch women's basketball, consume it, where they respect it. It has been an incredible, historic, monumental viewership that we have been able to have a front seat to here in Eastern Iowa. Caitlyn Clark and company set to take the podium there as they get ready to celebrate this season and everything this senior class has accomplished there. We are expecting to hear from, not just from head coach Lisa Bluder tonight, but those seniors that are leaving. 5 incredible seniors. Caitlyn Clark, we could fill the whole half hour of this show that we're about to do for you with all of her accolades. Of course, Molly Davis, what a moment she had Sunday, getting to check in one last time in the national title game. Kate Martin, of course, I think you could definitely say she's the right-hand woman for Caitlyn Clark. Looks like she'll be seated on the left-hand side, though. What a career she had, making 130-some consecutive starts. Molly Davis, we see her seat there. Sharon Goodman, a 2-time Elite 90 winner. Not a lot of folks have done that, winning 2 awards for having the highest GPA at the Final Four. And then last, but certainly not least, the Spark, Gabbie Marshall, 166 games in black and gold. That is a program record. We're expecting to hear from all of them, as well as Dr. Sue Beckwith, who is the namesake of the endowment of the head coaching position for Iowa women's basketball. So that is a live look there inside Carver. You see people getting their seats. We are expecting things and the program to start any minute now. We will take a couple minutes, though, to look back real quick on what this season has been all about, from starting inside Kinnick to ending with the most viewers in the history of women's basketball in America. It has been quite the campaign for Bluder's bunch. Iowa's News Now sports anchor Owen Sebring recaps the season that was.
The season began with history, it ended with history, and everything in between. Nothing short of unforgettable, if not a legendary season, and maybe even a watershed moment for the sport. In mid-October, the Hawkeyes played in front of more fans than any other women's basketball game in history, but that was only the start of this season to remember. Every home game and every away game all season long, a sellout. For some places like Cedar Falls, it was the first sellout in that team's history. Even neutral site games in Des Moines and Minneapolis, those were selling out. Seeing fans lined up down the street became the norm when Iowa rolled into town. A modern-day version of the Beatles, and every game was the Ed Sullivan Show. Was the Caitlyn Clark effect the main driving force? Obviously. She just finished maybe the best single season in NCAA history, breaking record for points and three-pointers, all while breaking career records for field goals and scoring average, overtaking scoring marks by Kelsey Plum and Pete Maravich, benchmarks that some thought might never fall. But even beyond Caitlyn, it's been this team of black and gold trailblazers, more wins than any team in Iowa history, the first time going back-to-back Final Fours, matching the Big Ten record for wins in a season and coming within one victory of becoming the conference's first national champion since 1999. Ultimately, yes, the Hawkeyes came up one win short of the ultimate prize they'd had their sights on all year, but this team and this season will live on in the memories of everybody who stood in line in the freezing cold for a ticket, everybody who packed the arenas from October to April, everybody who lined the exits just for the chance at an autograph.
Oh my God!
Caitlyn Clark's career will carry on in the WNBA, but this team is now forever a part of Hawkeye lore. For Caitlyn, her Iowa journey has ended, but as the book closes on her Hawkeye career, we've only begun to see how her legend will impact the generations that follow.
Yeah, that Ed Sullivan effect still in full effect there at Carver as we take another live look, waiting for that program to get started here. So many numbers to go over, whether it's TV viewership, stats, whatever it may be. They're fun to look at, though, so we'll continue to break them down. Let's start with Lisa Bluder. 24 years into her career now. She was hired April 7th of 2000. The 24-year anniversary of her hiring was the national title game day. 5 Big Ten tournament titles, 2 Big Ten regular season crowns. You see all the accolades there in the NCAA tournament. More than 530 wins as head coach, the program's leader, the dean of the Big Ten. leading the Big Ten in career wins as well as a head coach. Quite the resume for Lisa Bluder. What a run she's been on. And then, listen, these are just a few of the numbers for Caitlyn Clark. We could, again, spend all half hour going through them, but you see her tournament career and what she accomplished just making it through to the tournament. Boy, that second-round loss to Creighton 2 years ago, you wondered how this team was going to respond. Had so many pieces back, and look what they have done those last 2 years. Been really, really impressive. Well, as you just heard from Owen, Caitlyn's next step is the WNBA, so really no off-season for her. Next Monday is already the WNBA draft in New York. She's going to be taken first overall by the Indiana Fever. They're already changing the TV schedules because of that. It's not official, but listen, it's going to happen. 36 games now will be streamed for the Indiana Fever this season. That's according to Chloe Peterson from the Indianapolis Star. That is the most nationally televised and streaming games out of the entire league. Two-time defending champ Las Vegas Aces have 35. Teams around the league are already getting ready for Caitlyn's arrival, too. The Aces just announced they're moving to a bigger arena for their home game against Indiana coming up in June, just to accommodate all the fans they are expecting. And again, they're in Carver tonight right now as we take you back there to Carver-Hawkeye Arena, give you a look inside. You could probably feel Kinnick if you really open it up again. We saw how many people went out there and just wowed it in that exhibition against DePaul. Quite the scene there. We are just getting an update. The team will not be in there until 6:13, so we've got about 6.5 more minutes. But those are the posters they're handing out. You see a lot of, and of course she puts it down right as I'm talking about it. Changing the game. You saw the headline there, and that's been the theme, hasn't it? Changing the game, and not just talking about on the court, but again, these television numbers, just truly unbelievable. 18.9 million on average watching on Sunday. Hawks set that all-time women's basketball viewership record 3 times in a week. From that Elite Eight game against LSU, that Final Four win against UConn, and that national title game against South Carolina. Again, the doors just opened at 5 o'clock tonight, but we saw people 40 deep lining out outside at Carver-Hawkeye Arena, and you hear the fight song in there as well. It's just quite the scene, and a season of scenes. And really, this all started last year with that win against South Carolina in the Final Four, if you think back. How many people watching tonight, how many people inside Carver dropped what they were doing and drove 13 hours to Dallas just to be in the city, to be part of this atmosphere. You saw that red carpet. They did it again in Cleveland, but that red carpet, we've heard from Lisa Bluder and Jan Jensen and everybody on that team, the emotion of them turning the corner and seeing in that strip of red a sea of black and gold, and the realization of what the support was. Listen, they knew Iowa faithful were going to support them, but to see them on that quick turn show up and drive 13 hours to Texas to support them in the program's first ever national title game. And the sights have now somehow become commonplace. Sellouts for every home game. Sellouts darn near every road game, every neutral site game. You saw it that did to ticket prices. You've seen what it's done to just what Carver looks like, what Carver feels like. So many people have said Carver has not sounded like this before. And yeah, Caitlyn Clark's a huge part of that. She's a transcendent talent, but Kate Martin, speak of the sign, 6 years with the program, 139 starts. Gabbie Marshall, 166 career games. Molly Davis and what she did, the headband, the heart. And our hearts broke watching her go down on senior day, and then they soared even in the midst of a loss on Sunday when she got to check in for Caitlyn Clark and get that one last moment. What a gift she's been coming in from Central Michigan. A heck of a scorer in her own right, 1,700 career points. We're hoping to hear from Molly today. And just everybody that's been able to get on the court and help out a little bit. Addie O'Grady, how great was she? For Hannah Stolke. Hannah Stolke, the sophomore sensation, the pride of Cedar Rapids, Washington. People wondered, what's this team going to do without Monica Sonano? They're just going to lean on Hannah. And she has made a heck of a career for herself. You see athletic director Beth gets there, President Barbara Wilson, Iowa City Mayor Bruce Teague lining up, and I think they are getting things started. So let's take a live listen in now, if we can, to Carver-Hawkeye Arena as they start to set the table for a night of celebration.
Aaron says, this team team didn't only sell out arenas, this team impacted fans across the country, and they truly changed the game. Thank you for celebrating with us. Thank you for supporting the team all season, and let's get loud for Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball one more time. Go Hawks! the 2023-2024 Iowa women's basketball team. First, let's hear it for our incredible managers, Cooper Reeves, Zola Gross, Gabbie Steinhoff, Teague Trask, Tanner Henningsen, Tyler Cooper, Isaiah Pruitt, and the head manager, Will McIntyre. Now join us in welcoming our assistant coaches and staff. Lindsay Alexander, Andrea Chilcott, Brenda Kroll, Ben Lober, Hannah Bluder, Coach Kanaya Davis, Coach Abby Stamp, Coach Raina Harmon, Coach Jenny Fitzgerald, and Associate Head Coach Jen Jensen. Ladies and gentlemen, in her 24th year with the Hawkeyes, let's hear it for the P. Sue Beckwith, MD, head women's basketball coach, Lisa Bluder. Finally, one last time, let's hear it for your Iowa Hawkeyes. Freshman guard from Joliet, Illinois, number 13, Kenise Johnson. Freshman guard from Nickerson, Kansas, number 35, Ava Jones. Sophomore guard from Fremont, Nebraska, number 2, Taylor McCabe. Sophomore from Johnston, Iowa, number 23, Jada Jimby. Sophomore forward from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, number 45, Hannah Skokie. Junior guard from Chicago, Illinois, number 3, Sid Fulter. Junior guard from Huntsville, Michigan, number 34, A.J. Ediger. Junior center from Aurora, Colorado, number 44, Eddie O'Grady. A redshirt junior guard from Sycamore, Illinois, number 4, Kylie Fierbach. And now for the most successful senior class in the history of Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Center from Lime Springs, Iowa, number 40, Sharon Goodman. Guard from Midland, Michigan, number 1, Molly Davis. At guard from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 24, Gabbie Marshall. And at guard from Edwardsville, Illinois, number 20, the Glue, Kate Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, at guard, from West Des Moines, Iowa, the National Player of the Year, number 22, Caitlyn Clark. Hawkeye fans, please welcome your national championship runners-up, the Iowa women's basketball team.
Well, Hawkeye fans, what an absolutely historic run it has been. We started this nearly 6 months ago in Kinnick Stadium with 55,000 Hawkeye fans setting an attendance record to watch this team. They sold out every single home game, yet another record set. 37 of 39 away games were sold out or set an attendance record, and they sold out every Big Ten tournament game for the first time in history. And the records don't just stop there, because fans that couldn't attend the games also have helped set viewership records as well. The team was a part of the most watched women's basketball games on 7 different major networks. The Iowa-UConn game was ESPN's highest audience for any basketball game ever. Any basketball game ever on ESPN. And the national championship game brought in 18.7 million viewers, peaking at 24 million viewers on that one game. But I tell you what, this team right here, they did so much more than just set records. They inspired people, and they touched the lives of millions of people across the nation and across the world. Now, as we continue this celebration, I would like to welcome up our first speaker, the Mayor of Iowa City, Bruce Teague.
It's celebration time! I am so excited to be here with these women. One more time is like deja vu, but even greater than last year. And one of the things I have to say is, this was never a long shot for you all. I have a proclamation, and it reads, whereas the city of Iowa City is home to the University of Iowa, the oldest university in the state, and its athletic program play a vital role in our community, serving as a point of pride and a beacon of opportunity, strength, and excellence for not only in this country, but across the world. And whereas we collectively continue to celebrate the wonderful work of Dr. Christine Grant, a national leader in elevating the position of women's sports following the adoption of Title IX and recently 50 years of women athletics at the University of Iowa. And whereas the university's women basketball team continues to bring about extraordinary impacts upon the community under the leadership of the one and the only head coach, Coach Lisa Bluder, the winningest coach on this side of heaven. She's been doing it for 40 years, in our community, 29. Thank you. And whereas Coach Bluder and her amazing coach team, along with her coaching staff and her talented and dedicated basketball team players, they play a key role in garnishing and exciting that Final Four win and brought us all along with them on the floor, with them to the NCAA National Championship Basketball Tournament, which we all love to watch. Wasn't that awesome and amazing? With on-the-floor leadership from the generational guard, Caitlyn Clark, who is the two-time National Player of the Year and has substantially contributed to not only just the program, but the entire sport, and will be regarded as one of the greatest players in college basketball history. And whereas we salute this special class of Iowa women's basketball seniors, Molly Davis, Sharon Goodman, Gabbie Marshall, Kate Martin, and of course, Caitlyn Clark. Let's give it up for them. And whereas a recent study conducted with Think Iowa City and its partners reported the impact of this women's basketball team, they have generated an additional $82.5 million of economic impact on the community and this state. Let's give it up for that. Whereas the culture of this specific program continues to serve as a positive and powerful model for young athletes everywhere, bringing joy to millions and reassuring young girls that they can absolutely dream big and achieve, not only in Iowa City but around the world, as evidenced by record-breaking viewership, attendance, and almost incalculable coverage. Now, therefore, I, Bruce Teague, Mayor of Iowa City, do hereby proclaim that April 10th, 2024 to be Iowa Women's Basketball Day in Iowa City! And I'm going to ask our esteemed coach to receive this on behalf of the women's basketball team. Thank you.
Well, you heard it here first. Iowa Women's Basketball Day here in Iowa City. We just made it official. Thank you, Mayor Teague. And next up, I'd like everyone to please welcome the 22nd President of the University of Iowa, Barbara Wilson.
Woo! Go Hawks! I could not be any prouder to stand before this amazing crowd and before this amazing team and these amazing coaches and this amazing staff. As many of you know, I'm a pretty big fan of women's basketball here at Iowa. I've had the opportunity to engage with this team and with the coaches on and off the court. Some of my most cherished memories in the last 2 years have been with these amazing women. I share the number 22 with Caitlyn, and we've talked about that quite a bit. The first time I mentioned it to her, she said, President Wilson.
Hate to interrupt the president right now, but our time's up here on CBS 2. If you were watching on YouTube or you want to keep watching this, I imagine you do, head over to the Iowa's News Now YouTube channel. The stream will continue there. We haven't even heard from the team yet. We got to see the intros, though. You got to see the crowd. What an atmosphere there. So continue to watch over on the Iowa's News Now YouTube channel. Full recap coming up tonight at 9 and 10.
before, after the games, after countless victories, and I've got to meet many of the family members that have supported these amazing student athletes. We owe them a huge, huge thank you for all they've done. When I think about what's so special, it's hard to put it into words, but I think this amazing team has really shown us what trust, resiliency, grit, and love for each other looks like on and off the court. You all have provided us with so many lessons about how to do the impossible, about how to stick together, about how to fight hard for what you want, and how to be gracious role models in all that you do. Quite simply, you bring the best out in everyone. Countless people want to be like you. They want to be around you. We've had to hire extra security just because of that. They want to experience what you have shown us. Just today, I learned that a woman in Iowa who is 101 years old yelped with glee when a family member gave her a poster of our women's basketball team. Yeah, 101. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge what you've done for our university and for the state of Iowa. We are now the epicenter for women's sports. Say we're also the epicenter in higher education for women leaders. Right, Beth? Even in difficult times that are full of friction and negativity in this country, this team and Iowa now exemplifies how we can bring thousands of people together. People from all types of backgrounds, people who didn't know a thing about women's basketball before this season, people from all over the country, and they come together to find joy around a common purpose. That is pretty special. Although one chapter is closing, the story for this team will live on for decades. Lisa, Jan, all of the coaching staff, our student athletes, you've changed the game that you've played. You've changed the face of collegiate athletics. You've created special memories for countless families, and you've left an indelible mark on our university. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. All right. Yes, let's clap for that. And now on the count of three, let's give a really loud Go Hawks, all right? 1, 2, 3. Go Hawks! Thank you, everyone.
The Hawkeyes heading back to the Final Four.
Well, as President Wilson said, this certainly is the epicenter of women's athletics and women leaders. And so with that, I would like you to please welcome the Henry B. Patricia B. Tippie Director of Athletics Chair, Beth GS.
Well, let me begin by saying thank you and congratulations to our student athletes, to our amazing coach, Lisa Bluder, and her entire coaching staff. And of course, to both our loyal Hawkeye fans and the new ones that joined us for this amazing ride. We have all now been inspired to dream big. They say life is measured by the moments that take our breath away. This team has given us so many of those, as has a Hawkeye Nation when you showed up back in Kinnick Stadium and ended the season that culminated in 18.7 million viewers watching the national championship game. Our gratitude is immeasurable, and I know this journey will be one we'll always cherish. The entire team and staff has shared their joy for each other and for the game with us. Everyone played a critical role in connecting your circle throughout this amazing championship season. We are so proud of who you are, of how you compete, and most importantly, how you've represented the University of Iowa. To our incredible senior class, you have stolen our hearts and left your mark on this program and the game of women's basketball. Thank you. They deserve all the applause. They're the first Big Ten team to compete in 2 consecutive national title games over the last 2 seasons. You've won 65 games, which is the best 2-year stretch in program history. Sharon was recognized back-to-back years as the Elite 90 winner with the highest GPA in the Final Four. Molly's toughness and grit, and of course you make headbands famous again. Gabbie set the record for most games in Iowa women's basketball history, 166, with Kate right behind her at 163. There's absolutely no one our tenacious Gabbie can't defend, and there's no better leader in the country than Kate Martin. And Kate, I got an office down the hallway when you're ready for me to hire you back. Gabbie, Kate, and Caitlyn started 135 games together, second most of any trio over the last 25 seasons. And of course, Caitlyn's accomplishments are just truly amazing. The first Division I men's or women's player to record 3,900 points, 1,100 assists, and 950 career rebounds. The only player in NCAA Division I or men's women's basketball history to lead their conference in scoring and assists for 4 consecutive seasons. This year, she's won the Wooden Award, the Honda Sport Award, the Wade Trophy Award, the Naismith National Player of the Year. She's a USA Today AP First Team All-American, Big Ten Player of the Year. I mean, basically all of them. But today, I want to add just one more. With almost as much certainty that Caitlyn's shot from the logo would drop through the net to the roar of this excited Carver crowd, we always knew your jersey would be hanging in the rafters one day. I think they like you a little bit. It's a privilege for me to now make that official. You will be the last to wear number 22, and you will become the third Hawkeye women's basketball player in history to have her number retired. Congratulations to you and to all of your teammates. No matter where your journeys take you, we'll always have your backs. Go Hawks!
Caitlyn Clark is the best player in college basketball. She's absolutely positively phenomenal.
You want to watch the best shooter in college basketball, men or women, it's Caitlyn Clark.
Caitlyn Clark drives the lane. Right-handed layup off the glass is good. First point in a Hawkeye uniform.
Caitlyn Clark, fire. How about out of her fingertips?
She is the Steph Curry of women's basketball.
She has been magnificent.
Are you kidding me? Caitlyn Clark from the logo. Holy smokes. Another deep three from Caitlyn Clark.
Caitlyn, continues to just be remarkable, really, in her offensive ability.
She is elite. Make no mistake about it. This girl has superstar written all over. No, she's pulling up from the parking lot.
About it, lets it fly. Killer Caitlyn. Because she is the face of college basketball, men and women. Clark for the win!
She believes in herself. She believes in her teammates. She's so confident. She's put the work in to deserve to have that confidence. I think she's the most phenomenal basketball player in America. I just don't think there's anybody like her.
Well, I think I share this opinion with just about everybody in the room today that the woman I'm about to announce is one of the best head coaches in the history of the game. She is Iowa's all-time winningest head coach. She's in her 24th season with the Hawkeyes with 884 wins. Please welcome the P. Sue Beckwith, MD, head women's basketball coach, Lisa Bluder.
Hey, thanks for coming out tonight. I mean, I know that it's a beautiful night out there. There's a lot of things you could be doing, and you come back to Carver-Hawkeye Arena one more time. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Mayor, for your proclamation, for making today a very special day again. But when I thought about what I wanted to say tonight, I really just want to say thank you. And I don't think I can say it enough. Our fans are the best fans in America. There is absolutely no doubt. I mean, look at, you're coming out tonight to help us celebrate this season. From going to 56,000 people nearly in Kinnick Stadium, to turning Minneapolis into Carver North, to traveling with us to Cleveland, filling this arena every single night. You guys have been amazing, and it is absolutely no fun to have a party without people, and you are our people, so thank you. I look up in the rafters and I see that Final Four banner from last year, and I'm going to look forward to seeing number 22 hang up there as well. But I'm also looking forward to seeing another Final Four banner up there that says Cleveland on it. National runner-up. You know, each one is special. Last year's was special. This year's was also special, and probably because nobody thought we could do it. Nobody thought that we were going to be able to repeat what we did last year, except for the women that are up here. And for that, I'm so thankful. I look at all the strong women role models we have up here, but I also look at these strong men, these empathetic men that have been behind us all year long to help us, to prepare us, and to make us better. Our managers, our support staff is incredible. So thank you, guys. Our women's players, I couldn't be more proud of a young group. They are ambitious, they're goal-minded, they're disciplined, they're positive, they're great teammates, and I am so thankful that I have been able to coach them, and especially this group of seniors. What a special group they've been, and you know, I look at my staff, and I'm so grateful for their hard work, busting down film late into the night, getting into the gym to get extra shots up with our players. They have worked so hard, and they are amazing women. So I'm so thankful for all of our staff that's up here. I'm thankful that I work at a university that represents the value of women's leadership. When I look at our president and our athletic director and understand they have two of the highest jobs here at the University of Iowa, and they're unbelievably strong women leaders, it makes me feel so good that we have that example to live by. And we have to have that example. That example is everything. You know, a lot of people didn't know about our team until television, until people saw this team play on television. And I'm the same way. I remember watching Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs playing and being on my couch with my mom and dad and watching Billie Jean King win and say, Mom, I want to be like that. And I remember the '76 Olympic team and seeing that first Olympic team and watching them and saying, Mom, I want to be like that. And now there's thousands and thousands of girls and boys all around this country that say, I want to be like them. That's an example. So from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you, I value you, I wish I could give every one of you a hug. Please, come back next year, all right? Promise me that you'll fill Carver-Hawkeye Arena again next year. Let's go, Hawks. Such a team victory. Such a team victory. Hannah, I want you to put this in. Back-to-back championship games. That is really, really special. Hawkeye pride. 1, 2, 3. Hawkeye pride.
Well, it is truly impossible to measure the impact that this senior class has had on the state of Iowa, across the nation, and all of women's basketball. I think that's pretty clear. They took this team to new heights and are exemplary representatives of the University of Iowa. If you look around this arena, you're at the grocery store, you're on a walk down the street, you are going to see little boys and little girls and grown men alike wearing the jersey numbers that these 5 seniors wear. It is absolutely incredible to see. And I would love to get some remarks remarks from our seniors, but I'd love everyone to also give it up for our senior class before we get started. How incredible are these women? Well, Sharon, I'll start with you. You were the recipient of the Elite 90 Award for the 2024 NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship for the second year in a row. And that award recognizes the athlete that reaches the national championship game while also achieving the highest academic standard. I kind of want to ask what your GPA was, but I won't put you on the spot like that. I will ask you, though, how did you manage to balance the pressure of academics as well as being on this phenomenal team?
It's definitely not all me. That's the support staff that we have. And I mean, our coaches really value academics. And so to be at a place where they support that and value that above even basketball itself, they want us to be strong women and women that are doing something more with our lives. But I just also want to shout out people on our team. It's not just me that are doing really hard things and that are able to balance school and basketball. Not people realize how hard that is. So it's not just me, definitely not just me. It's everybody on our team that's doing that.
Very good. Sharon, thank you so much, and thank you for all you've done for Iowa women's basketball.
Thank you.
Molly Davis. Right here in Carver at the Big Ten tournament, at the NCAA tournament. And really, your hustle and your headband have become a staple around here in Hawkeye Nation. I mean, what is the support from Iowa fans meant to you?
I mean, it's absolutely awesome. I mean, coming from a place where there's about 1,500 people in the stands to 15,000 each game, it's really special, and happy to be a part of it.
Well, Molly, we loved watching you. Everyone give it up for Molly Davis. Gabbie Marshall. Well, Gabbie. Gabbie, you have become known for a few different things. Your stifling defense, your pretty eyes, and you even picked up a new nickname, Gabbie Marshall. I know you've heard that one before. What do you hope Iowa fans remember about you, though?
I think that I just want them to remember how hard I've worked. I've always given it my all every time I'm on the court and everything that I do in life. And I feel like that just kind of embodies everyone on this team. Like, everybody matters here. It speaks to the culture Coach Bluder has built. We're really a family here, and I think, you know, all these girls, no matter what they do in life, whether it's in the court, in their careers, in the classroom, they just give it their all, 100%, and I think that's just truly what Iowa basketball is.
Everyone give it up again for Gabbie Marshall. Kate Martin. Kate. Well, Kate Martin, this has been the dream for a long time, and now you're known as the captain, the glue. As you look around and you see all these little girls and these little boys around here that want to be like you, what would be your advice for them if they want to wear the Iowa across their chest one day?
Yeah, I mean, just a lot of hard work, a big dream, a lot of belief. You have to believe in yourself, because if you don't, then no one else will. But more than anything, I've just always had fun playing, and I played against the boys growing up a lot, so go to the Y. I don't know if people still do that anymore, so I think that's important, is just, you know, putting in hard work and having fun doing it.
All right, everyone give it up for Kate Martin. And finally, last but not least, Caitlyn Clark. We're ready? Think we can do it? Can you hear me? Okay. Well, Caitlyn, you joined the Hawkeyes with the intention of bringing this program to new heights. I would say that it's safe to say you exceeded those expectations. And you took time after every single game to sign autographs for fans, whether you were home or away at a tournament. Why did that mean so much to you to take that time?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, I used to be in those young girls' shoes, and whether you're a young boy or young girl, I ran around with two brothers that idolized girls and boys and wanted to be like them, and I think those are the people that allowed me to dream and want to be in moments like this. So it was something I enjoyed. I would say you all inspired me just as much as I inspired you, and you allowed me to live out my dream every single day, and for that I'm forever thankful. So thank you. It's been very special, and this place will always be home to me, and I hope to be back at a lot of games, and I encourage all of you to do the same and continue to support this team in the way that you have over the course of the last 2 years. So thank you.
Caitlyn, I got one more for you. Athletic Director, I got one more for you. Athletic Director Beth GS just announced, that your jersey is going to be retired. No one will ever wear the number 22 in the Iowa women's basketball program again. What does that mean to you? How did that feel?
Yeah, it's super incredible, something I'm very thankful for, and obviously I've had some amazing teammates over the course of my 4 years here, and there's been a lot of really good 22s to come before me and play for this program, whether it's Kathleen Goyle or Sam Logic, so that number holds a lot of weight, far beyond my name, and I guess I'm just really grateful, and it'll be a special day when that happens for sure.
Caitlyn, thank you so much, and thank you to our incredible senior class. Everyone, please give it up one more time for our 2024 seniors.
Thank you, Hawkeye fans, for your support tonight and all season. We can't wait to see you back at Carver-Hawkeye Arena next fall. Don't forget to watch the WNBA Draft Monday, April 15th. It will air on ESPN at 6:30. That's Monday, April 15th at 6:30 on ESPN. Please drive home safely, and as always, go Hawks!